How's it going there, fellas? How's it going there, fellas? Where we left off on this truck, we basically cut this front piece off, cut the entire floor and pretty much the entire firewall out, grafted it on this. So today, what I would like to do is fully weld in our back, or tack in our back, get our door gaps back, and re-add our pieces to the front so we can start kind of piecing this cab back together. There's no time like the present. Let's get at it. Welcome to Hi-Ho Stable Garage. Just real quick there, this is what we kind of got going on. I already got the cab centered, and off screen I basically made this square. I measured off my top seam here down, I think it was like 22 inch or something like that. Basically we got that more level because it used to be cut pretty wavy. And then we squared off the cab, at least here on the back. The front's not square yet, but the back of the cab is. And then as for the front, this is kind of what I'm thinking for the floor. The floor is going to come up pretty much to here. We're going to weld that in. And then what we might do is take out these body mounts and lift the floor up later. But we're going to tack in pretty much everything first. And it looks a little narrow like this, but I did measure the actual cab out on this Mazda. You open it up from the door sill to the top of the door. Let me put this here. Pretty much comes out to 40 inch. But if we go from the floor up to here, just to our door, we have 40 inch, and then we still have this whole bubbled out section at the top. So headroom isn't going to be a concern on this truck. But yeah, I think the best approach on this is to basically get our cab fully welded in, our door sills back on, all that stuff, before we start tackling the front end, the box, the shortening of the frame, the lowering, and all that. Let's get the cab and the truck actually driving again so we can haul it back inside the barn. I don't think that's going to be today, but if we can start piecing this section back together, that would be ideal. So yeah, let's start measuring some things, let's start cutting some things, and let's start welding some things. Alright, so now we got it tacked in there and there, so it's not going anywhere. It can still flex and stuff because obviously it's only supported by the floor. So we'll have to keep double checking our measurements, but what we're going to tackle now is basically my door here. We're going to tack weld in the door, and then once the door is tack welded in, I can add my piece here, cut to fit, vice versa on the same side, and then we can build like a rocker panel or something, just kind of hold it in a little bit more and keep building pieces of steel here and there, and eventually we'll have an entire cab.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back.
Alright, so this is what we kind of have going on there. We have our door tacked in, just so we have our gaps. If they're not exactly 100% perfect, but they're very, very close. We have our hinges tacked for right now, and then we fully seam welded this because that shouldn't be moving anywhere. When we got to cut it to replace steel, we're going to be cutting it down here anyway, so it's not a big deal. Then I was focusing on squaring up the cab and all that, so I have the height basically set right here. I forget what the measurements are, but we basically found center line, squared it with the back of the frame, and then we tacked it here and here on the inside to our cab mounts. And then for the front, what we did is we found our center line for our firewall and our center line for our cab, which is this hole, went out 12" to this line right here, and then basically measured from here to here diagonal and made sure they were the same, and then put in some temporary tacks, very temporary, just so then the cab can't keep sliding around. The only other adjustment we have to do is our tilt height and stuff, but the way I see it is, what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish this side, so we're gonna do the floor work that needs to be there, and on the inside, we gotta basically, we can seam weld the trans tunnel because that shouldn't be modified, but the corners are gonna need to be cut out later on anyway, so we might just do a tack there and all that stuff, but we'll get that all situated on this side, and then we'll break the tacks on our door and move on to that side, and then any little bit of tilt that we need to adjust, we'll adjust on that side, either by cutting on our firewall to bring it down or adding pieces on our firewall to bring it up. And then once that's all done, then we can fully seam weld our firewall and fully seam weld our back, and that should keep the cab nice and square. So what I'm gonna start doing right now is, we know we're centered and all that stuff on the back of our cab, so I'm gonna basically make that a permanent place and notch out the back of the cab for this trans tunnel, get that all situated, weld that in, and then we're gonna start focusing on all this down here, making our rockers and all that stuff, or at least the floor to join up on both sides. All right, so this is where we're at. We got some measurement tacks, basically some alignment tacks all done up. We have the back set to our height. So we know we're gonna keep our trans tunnel basically from here to here all the way back. And then I'm thinking from this mount all the way to there, and from this mount all the way to here. So some spots that we know we can weld up is in here and in here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a couple of these, and basically they're gonna slide in like this, and we're just gonna kind of bend them up and make them fit. Do some quick tacks on them, and then this back section will be good, and then we can cut out this section right here, that section right there, do our floor work. All right, so now we got the strip welded in, it's tacked in. We're gonna do the exact same bit on that side, and we are okay to seam weld these going across. I might not seam weld them right now, but I'm gonna basically double up the tacks, because again, this section here we're gonna be keeping. It's just these sections here, those are the ones we have to remake. So I'm gonna tack these up a little bit better, do that one, tack that one up a little bit, and then I'll likely bring you guys back to start working on this floor section right here. All right, so what we ended up doing now is, I think the best course of action for floor support is basically, we're gonna cut out all the bad, we're gonna do it in sections, and we're just gonna weld the corners instead of bend the corners, because we'll use the big bender for our running boards and stuff, but not for this stuff. It's all gonna be undercoated and bed lined anyway. So we cut this section out, and basically the plan is we'll lay that there, we'll cut this section out, we'll lay that there, and then this bottom section to the mount, we'll cut that there and lay that down too. So we got a section of floor temporary welded in. It still has to be cut and butt and all that stuff, but we're gonna do this section first, weld it to that, and then once it's all kind of one piece rough tack, we'll go around and cut and butt the entire thing, and then this section will be all rough tacked. We're not going for seam weld right now, we're just going for rough tack. If I can't access something, then I'll seam weld it, but if not, rough tack, cut and butt, all that stuff. So let's do this, get rid of that bad chunk basically all the way up to here and down. We'll do that, and we'll try one chunk. If we got to do two chunk right here where it kind of curves up a little bit, not a big deal. I have the rear patch panel in and the front patch panel in. They're not cut and butt yet, Some spots are butted, some spots overlap. We'll cut the overlap and we'll do a nice cut and butt there, clean it all up. And then what I'm thinking is using a piece of angle iron and basically coming from there to here, and it will add some strength there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, so due to the weather, we're gonna have to stop here because we got rain about, I don't know, 6 minutes in. We gotta boogie up and tarp this guy over. But I'll show you guys what I got. So right now it's not cut and butt, it's all rough, overlap, all that stuff. But we got our panel here and our panel there. And then basically we got angle iron that will attach eventually to this. We just ran out of time. And it goes all the way to the next body mount. And then we'll seam weld the entire thing, this piece too. And then when we put it on our rocker, we'll put it on at this level, this top seam here. So then this basically becomes a piece of the floor, but it joins both of these together. And then I'll do the exact same on that side. And then wherever our seats go, I'll likely put in another piece of angle over top, and it will kind of go from this side all the way to that side. I could do it underneath, but then we might have to modify some stuff with the transmission crossovers. But yeah, due to the weather, we basically got to pack it up, so that's a wrap for this video. Next time, hopefully, we're going to be doing that other pan, and maybe some rockers, maybe this side. I would imagine it will be the other pan and this side, and then rockers will be a separate video. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one really, really soon. All right, see ya.